Okay, let's get started. Thanks for coming for the press conference. We have Mr. Carlos Ghosn's defense lawyer, Mr. Junichi Hironaka, and Sho Kosasa with us today again. And as you know, they're here to take your questions as well as showing the video of the Mr. Ghosn. He's going to tell us when it was taped, why, and other things about the video. So I don't think we need any further instructions for him. I guess we need a time to translate what I just said, but so I will get right to Mr. Hironaka. And interpreter today is Mr. Funasaka. And by the way, my name is Teddy Jimbo. I'm the chairman of this committee who organized this press conference. 今のところでちょっと翻訳お願いします。
それではこれから早速始めたいと思います。本日の通訳は船坂ですが、これまでに何度も出てこられた弘中先生についてはご紹介するまでもないと思います。
それでいいですね。はい。OK。Alright。じゃあ弘中先生よろしくお願いします。
弘中です。よろしくお願いいたします。今日のメインはゴーンさんのビデオを公開することでありますけれども、若干その公開の前にですね、弁護団の方から申し上げておきたいことがあります。一つはですね、今回のビデオはもともと4月の中旬に予定しておりましたゴーンさんの肉声による会見ということがもしかしたら検察の妨害によってできなくなるかもしれないということを懸念してですね準備したものであります。何かそのツイッターとの関係云々と言われてますそういうことではなくてですね初めからこの4月の中旬ということを目標にして会見の準備をしていたわけでありますけれども結果的に4月4日に逮捕されて4月11日の会見が4月9日11日の会見が実現できなくなったということからゴーンさんとも話し合って本日これを公開することにしました。
My name is Hironaka, and I would like to request your best regards. And I would like to mention that the main purpose of today's press conference is to introduce the video by Mr. Carlos Ghosn. And in regard to this, we at the defense team have decided to show this here today. And first of all, I would like to introduce the facts about this video. Originally, Mr. Carlos Ghosn had intended to appear himself in a press conference in mid-April. But however, because he was concerned by the fact that perhaps such a press conference may be prevented by actions taken by the prosecutors, this video had been prepared. And so this is not related in any way to anything related to Twitter, and rather as a result of the fact that although preparations had been made for a press conference to be carried out in mid-April with the appearance of Mr. Carlos Ghosn as a result of the arrest of Mr. Ghosn on the 4th of April. It was not possible to hold the press conference in April 11th. And so therefore, as a result of this, it has been decided that we would make public this video.
それからこのビデオを作った時期はですね逮捕よりも少し前の時期なもんですから、今回のいわゆるそのオマーンルートと言われているもので、逮捕されるとかあるいはその関係ということについては触れていません。
And also, in regard to the timing of when this video was made, naturally, this was made before the rearrest of Mr. Ghosn had taken place. And so, therefore, the mention of the Omani route, which led to the current arrest, or facts related to that, are not mentioned.
それからこのビデオはですね、一番最初の時点では後で陰謀という言葉が出てきますが誰が日産の中で陰謀を働いたのかということが、実名で、作られたものですけれども弁護団の方の判断で本人の了解を得てその実名部分は、カットしてあります。したがって今般そのフランスでキャロルさんが、実名がこのビデオで出るということを言ったかのような報道もありますが今日のビデオでは実名部分はカットされていてありません。
One thing about this video is that initially there had been talk about the conspiracy against Mr. Carlos Ghosn, and that there would be mention of the actual names of who within Nissan were involved in such a conspiracy. But because of the judgment carried out by the defense team, it has been decided to edit out the actual names. And although there may have been mention by Ms. Carol Ghosn about actual names being cited, the actual names have been edited out.
それとこれあと手続きのことでもまた繰り返すかもしれませんが、今回この公開した動画については、報道で直接使用するということについて本人の了解を得ていますので、もしお使いになるときはそれを前提にしてください。
And also, this is a repeat of what has been mentioned already, perhaps in regard to the procedures. But for the current video, in regard to its direct usage for purposes of journalistic coverage, we have the subject's acknowledgement of this, and so therefore we would like you to take that into assumption when you decide to utilize this.
それでは早速ビデオの上映の方準備をお願いいたします。
Then we'd now like to request to prepare to run the video.
音は見てますか。
If you are listening to me through this video today, it means that I was not able to make the press conference that I planned for April the 11th. But I wanted to tell you the essence of the message that I wanted to develop on April the 11th and hopefully answer so many questions that I'm sure you have on your mind. The first message is I'm innocent. It's not new. You have heard it from me in January. I repeat it today. I'm innocent of all the charges that have been brought against me. And I'm also innocent of all the accusation that came around these charges that are all biased, taken out of context, twisted in a way to paint a personage of greed and the personage of dictatorship. So, but let's talk about the charges, the FIEL, the contract with Shinsei Bank, and the compensation we paid to Jufali. I remain on the same position. I spent 108 days in prison because I've been always consistent with this position that I was innocent of all the charges. The second message I want to send you is the fact that I love Japan and I love Nissan. Nobody spends 20 years in a country. Nobody works 20 years in the leadership of a company without love and without attachment and without engagement, particularly when these years have been marked by so many accomplishments and so much result. I came to Japan in 1999 not by calculation. I came to Japan in 1999 because I was fascinated with the country and I was fascinated by the challenge of reviving Nissan. And you know very well that I committed since the beginning all my career to the success of the Nissan Revival Plan, and thanks to the hard work of the hundreds of thousands people working in Nissan, and particularly the Japanese people working in Nissan, we have been successful. So my love for Japan and my love for Nissan is untainted today. After all the ordeal I've been through, I want you to know that. I want you to be convinced of that. We've done many things in Nissan I'm proud of. We have also contributed to the economy of Japan, to the development of the management in Japan. All of these things will remain as great memories and great achievement that I'm sure after all the last months, in a certain way, people will look at them with more fairness and more objectivity. The third point I want to tell you that this is a conspiracy. This is not about specific events. This is not about, again, greed. This is not about dictatorship. This is about a plot. This is about conspiracies. This is about backstabbing. That's what we're talking about. And why? So you can say, why this happened? Why it happened? Because there was first a fear that the next step of the alliance in terms of convergence and in terms moving toward the merger would in a certain way threaten some people or eventually threaten the autonomy of Nissan, which by the way has never been threatened for the last 19 years when the alliance was created. I've been the fiercest defender of the autonomy of Nissan, and I made it very clear that no matter what are the steps in the future, this would continue. But this autonomy must be based on performance. Nobody get autonomy for the sake of autonomy. People get autonomy because they can be more performant with autonomy, and that was where the fear came. Because the performance of Nissan is not good. It has degraded a lot. 3 profit warning in a couple of years, many scandals. Not the fact that bad things happen at the level of the company, but the fact that when you react to the bad things happening in your company, you must be trusted. And in this case, in many cases, it could not be trusted because the company said problems were fixed where they were not fixed. This is where we had a problem with the actual management of the company. So these people are known. That means we're not talking about, I have a lot of respect for Nissan employees. I'm talking here about a few executives who obviously for their own interest and for their own selfish fears are creating a lot of value destruction. Names, you know them. We're talking about people who really played a very dirty game into what's happening. But hopefully the truth will happen and the facts will happen. But at the end of the day, during all this period, I suffered not only because of my case, but who was taking care of Nissan, who was taking care of the brand, who was defending corporate value, who was defending the shareholder interest. When you look at the decline of the share, when you look at the absolutely mediocre performance of the company where people are proud to say we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that, but at the same time they don't tell you what we're going to do, what is the vision for the future, what is the vision to enhance the performance of Nissan, what's the vision to enhance the alliance into the future. This becomes very sad, and obviously for somebody like me it's sickening, for somebody who has dedicated 20 years to do the contrary, which is create the corporate value, enhance the brand. Seeing the laxism and the lack of attention is really very difficult to take. I'm worried. I'm worried because obviously the performance of Nissan is declining, but also I'm worried because I don't think that there is any vision for the alliance being built. Frankly, sitting down there around the table, being consensual about decision, this is not a vision for something in an industry which is as competitive as the car industry. You need to show the future. You need to just make sure about what is our role into the future. You need to make sure that from time to time leadership is exercised, and leadership means we do what's good for the company, not for what we are capable to agree on. This is not dictatorship. This is leadership. It's exercised in many companies. And for people who say, well, there is only 2 options, consensus or dictatorship, that means they don't know what leadership is about. And this is very sad at the head of an organization as complex and as large as the Alliance can be or as Nissan can be. Finally, what I would like to say is my big hope, my biggest wish is to have a fair trial. I am privileged to have 3 competent lawyers around me who's going to defend the case, but they don't share with me a lot of serenity about the fairness of the trial. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not competent in this matter, but I will leave it to them to explain to you what are the specific conditions that are required to ensure a fair trial that I can be hopefully vindicated. Thank you for your attention, and I'm sorry I was not able to share more with you and respond to many questions that you have in your mind, but hopefully we will do it at a certain point in time. If you are listening to me through this video today, it means that
Okay, that's it. All right. Okay, this video is going to be made available to all of you who wants a copy, and Mr. Kosasai is going over the logistics of how we're gonna handle this. 小笹先生の方からちょっとビデオの配布方法について説明をお願いします。
弁護士の小笹です。弁護団の方から事務的なことを先に案内させていただきます。ただいま公開させていただいた動画ですけれども、この会見後にこの動画データを入手することを案内した紙を配布させていただきます。
Well, my name is Kosasa, attorney at law, and I would like to give you some information on the administrative procedures. And in regard to the video that has just been made public, after the press conference has taken place, then there will be a paper document indicating to you how to obtain the data file.
またこの動画につきましてはインターネットでも広く公開する予定となっております。また先ほどもご案内しましたが、この動画データにつきまして、報道で利用していただくことについてご本人より了解を得ております。この動画を報道に使用していただいても構いません。事務連絡としては以上となります。
And in regard to the video, then we will be introducing this, and this will be made public over the internet as well. And as already introduced, in regard to the video data, then for purposes of journalistic coverage, we have acknowledgement from Mr. Gon about its usage. And that is all the points I would like to raise here.
以上。
後ほど質疑応答をいたしますが、その前に弁護団の方からこのビデオについて若干申し上げたいことがございます。
And we would like to go into a question and answer session, but before that, there are a few points which we from the defense team would like to stress.
今ご覧になった通りですね、この動画の中ではゴーンさんが起訴された事実、あるいはその勾留された事実についてですね、直接言及して述べているところはありません。
As seen in the video, there is no statements that have been made by Mr. Gon within the video in regard to the facts indicated in the indictments.
結論として、無実であるということは明確にしていますが、細かい事実については述べていません。
So he has clearly indicated that he is innocent of the charges. However, he has not made any mention about the detailed facts.
今の時点では刑事裁判で検察官から主張も証拠もほとんど出されていません。
And at this current point, in regard to the allegations or the evidence, there has hardly been any disclosure of this made by the prosecutor's side in regard to this criminal trial.
こういう段階で被告人の方がですね、想像によって発言することは不適当であるので触れていないものであります。
And it was deemed that at a time like this, then it would be inappropriate to have a defendant make comments based on speculation. That is why this is the case.
次に動画の中でフェアトライアルという言葉がありました。
Next, I would like to make reference to the fact that within the video there was a phrase used indicating fair trial.
弁護団としては今回の4度目の逮捕、勾留、捜索、押収には問題があると思っています。
Now, in regard to the defense team, we believe that for the fourth time that Mr. Gon was arrested, in this particular case, there were problems in the manner of the arrest, and the search, and the seizure, and the detention that has taken place.
今回逮捕された、容疑は、決して新しい事件ではありません。
We believe that in regard to the suspicions under which Mr. Gon was currently arrested for, these are not things that have newly come up.
一連の問題としてかねてから報道されていた事件であります。
Rather, these were a series of problems that had already been covered by the press.
検察官も裁判所と弁護士との進行協議の手続きの中でこの件については余罪であると いう位置づけで、追起訴の対象になる可能性あることを述べていたに過ぎません。
These were subjects during the course of the interaction that has taken place with the courts and with the defense team. The prosecution side has mentioned that in this regard that there were possibilities of supplementary charges to be raised.
3月5日の裁判所の保釈決定において、ゴーンさんには逃亡の恐れがない、また証拠を隠滅する恐れがないということは明確に確認されていました。
And at the point that release by bail was determined by the courts on March the 5th, it was confirmed that there was no concern of Mr. Gon taking flight, nor of his causing destruction of evidence to take place.
したがって今回の新しい逮捕事件についてだけ、特別に逃亡の恐れがあるとか罪証の隠滅の恐れがあるということはありえません。
And so therefore, for this current new arrest case, then there is no fear of concern that there is the possibility of flight on part of Mr. Gon.
つまり今回の逮捕拘留は、逃亡防止とか罪証隠滅防止という目的ではなく、ゴーンさんに不当な圧力をかけて屈服させることを狙いとしたものであります。
Rather, in this particular case, the arrest and detention of Mr. Carlos Ghosn was carried out not because there were concerns about his taking flight or of his destroying evidence, but rather to apply unjust pressure upon Mr. Ghosn.
一度保釈された者が再度逮捕されるということは大変な精神的肉体的なダメージを与えます。
And it is a tremendous amount of mental and physical damage that is imposed on an individual when that individual had at one point already been released on bail and then to have him rearrested.
検察官はこの残虐な仕打ちによってゴーンさんに自白を強要しているのであります。
And what the prosecutors are trying to do is by taking cruel steps like this to force him into perjury, into admitting, into incriminating himself.
Into the confession. Yep.
我々弁護団は明日10日にこの勾留決定に対して最高裁判所に特別抗告の手続きをいたします。
And the following day, the defense team will be taking procedures to the Supreme Court, and there will be a special appeal that will be made, and so procedures will be taken for this.
また逮捕の際に行われた捜索はキャロルさんの電話であるとかキャロルさんのパスポート、さらには部屋の玄関に設置されていた監視カメラなど逮捕に関する被疑事実とは何の関係もないものが多数押収されました。
Furthermore, when the arrest took place and the search of the residence took place, then there was a seizure of various elements which were not related to the facts related to the arrest, but rather were such objects such as Ms. Carol Ghosn's mobile phone, passport, and also the surveillance camera that had been set at the entrance door of the residence.
逮捕の際に捜索押収が許されているのはその被疑者がその事件に関係する証拠を持っているということを前提にしています。
When there is a search and seizure of evidence when an arrest takes place, it is usually those which are subjects that may be evidence for what the person is suspected of committing.
しかし3回も逮捕されて関係するものをすべて持っていかれたゴーンさんが保釈を許された制限住居の中に事件に関係している証拠など持っているはずがないことは誰が考えても明らかです。
But it is clear to anyone who thinks about it that because of the fact that Mr. Carlos Ghosn has been arrested for 3 times and that all relevant evidence must have been seized by then, and the fact that he has been since released on bail, there is very little possibility that he would have any evidence on his in his possession.
このようなやり方、つまりいかなる手段を用いてもゴーンさんを有罪にしようというふうなやり方はデュープロセスに違反するし、フェアトライルに反するものであります。
And we believe that taking a method like this so that any means possible is pursued in order to find Mr. Carlos Ghosn guilty is against the spirit of holding a fair trial.
And the due process law, he said.
このような違法、不当な捜査に対しては必ず国内外の世論の批判を浴びるでしょうし、弁護団としてもあらゆる方法を持って争っていく予定です。
And in taking investigation methods of this manner, we believe that both domestically as well as from outside of Japan, there will be much criticism raised. And what we would like to do is to be able to counter this through all means possible by the defense team.
とりあえず私の方で以上です。
And that concludes the comments for the time being from myself.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hironaka. So we're going to go Q&A, and he's going to have to leave here 4 o'clock, so we have about half an hour. And please make your question one and short, and if you have more than one questions, I'll try to go for the second round. Okay, Tim Kelly. And just taking this opportunity, this is his 4th press conference, 5th as a defense lawyer of Mr. Ghosn, and as I said in the previous press conference, we have extended invitations to prosecutors and also Nissan to speak at the FCCJ, and they haven't yet responded to our call. So, Tim, go ahead.
Tim Kelly from Reuters. So it's my understanding that you edited out about 2 minutes from the video, which was 7 minutes, so the original one being 9 minutes. Could you tell us why you decided to edit those 2 minutes out, and what was in there that you thought was too risky to show to the press? And just quickly also, I heard that you gave the video to the Japanese media on embargo, but you didn't give it to the foreign media. Could you explain why you did that?
ではまず最初に、こちらの方からのメッセージですけれども、一人一問に、限定していただければと思います。また今回は弘中先生が、こちらの方に登場するのが4度目のことであるわけですけれども、今まで FCCJ の方から、検察側あるいは日産側の方にも、こちらに登場することを、いろいろとお願いしているわけですけれども、今のところそれに関しては回答はいただいておりません。それではまずティムさんの方からの質問ということになります。こちらは、ティムですけれども、2分間、ビデオの方からは、編集されたということを聞いておりまして、もともとは9分間のビデオがあったというふうに伺っているわけですけれども、なぜそのように編集されたのか、そしてその編集されたものの中には一体、そのプレスに公開するにはリスクがあると思われる要素として何が入っていたのでしょうか。また、日本の報道陣に対してはこの動画というのはすでに公開されているということを伺っているわけですけれども、なぜそれが海外メディアに対しては公開されていなかったのかを伺いたいと思います。
事実関係としてですね、最初のビデオが9分だったということはありません。どこからかアバウトな話で9分ぐらいかなと言ったのが9分というふうに伝わったように思われます。
First of all, as a fact, the original video was not 9 minutes long, but rather there had been perhaps a comment about it being approximately 9 minutes, leading the coverage of this to indicate that it was actually 9 minutes long.
弁護団の意見によって、カットという形で編集したものは1点だけ、冒頭に申し上げました、その陰謀を行った主要な方々の実名という部分についてのみであります。
And under the opinion of the defense team, what was cut and edited out was just simply the point which I had raised at the very beginning, and that was in regard to the conspiracy. There was the actual names of major figures that were cited, and that was the only element that was edited out from the video.
したがって時間としても、せいぜい20秒から30秒短くなっただけだと思います。
So consequently, I believe that the edited portion only constituted anywhere between 20 to 30 seconds.
またその国内に向けてその編集前のものを公開したこともありません。
Nor before the editing took place were there any representation of this video, any presentation of this video made domestically to any party.
以上です。
That concludes my comments.
Kosa-san, you want to just explain how video was handled to some TV companies that video was given beforehand with embargo? ビデオが事前に解禁時間を設けて、日本だけじゃなくて他のところも出したと思いますけど、どういう状況だったのかだけ一言説明していただけますか。
はい、補足させていただきます。動画につきましては、この公開の解禁自体はこの会見のタイミングで、国内も国外も一致しています。ただ報道の関係で、技術的に、データのやり取り等があったことはその解禁時間を指定した上で、提供っていうものを他の提供方法をした部分もありますが、公開については、国内も国外も、全く同じタイミングになっています。
Now, to add to that, I should like to mention that in regard to the relevant video, there is an embargo in place that has been imposed, and that this would be until the end of this press conference. And this applies both domestically as well as outside of Japan. But because of the fact that of complexities in the data exchange, there had been an embargo specified, but prior presentation had been made. But also, it should be mentioned that the embargo is imposed and valid until the end of the press conference, and the same applies both domestically as well as abroad.
Okay, Tim, I'll get back to you if I have time to. Jake, go ahead. Oh, okay, just quickly.
So I'd like to correct you on that, but I believe that you didn't provide it on embargo to a lot of foreign media that asked for it, but you did provide it to the Japanese media. So again, why did you not provide it to the foreign media when they asked for an embargoed copy?
そういうような期限付きという公開の制限付きというふうに伺ってたわけですけれども、もう一度聞かせていただきたいのは、外国のメディアにそういうような要請があった場合でも、なぜ外国メディアに対してそういった提供というのはなく、日本のメディアに対してされていたのかということを再度質問させてください。
さらにまた補足させていただきますと、我々弁護団の方で個別に対応させていただいたわけではなくて、各外国メディアが所属している協会であったり、日本のメディアが所属している協会に問い合わせをしまして、そちらで提供方法について協議をさせていただいて決めたものになります。
I should like to add that the defense team did not just decide on an individual basis about how to respond, but rather we were in deliberation with the relevant association of the foreign media as well as the relevant association of the Japanese media to look at ways of providing this, upon which the decision was made.
Okay, my understanding was that the video was given to Shiho Kisha Club and also FPIJ, Foreign Press in Japan, with embargo. So I don't know if you didn't get it for some reason. I think that's how it was handled. Okay, Jake, go ahead.
Hiraka-san, ご苦労様です。This is a highly technical question. Jake Adelstein, The Daily Beast. The conditions of Mr. Gon's bail were that he had to have a security camera installed in his apartment. But when the prosecutors came and they arrested him and they did the raid, does taking that security camera away at the beginning or in the middle of that investigation actually violate the rules of bail set down by the court? In a sense, taking away the security camera before or after the investigation, isn't that defying what the court determined were the rules of his bail?
こちらはJ.K. デルさん、デイリービーストのものですけれども、非常に技術的な内容の質問になるわけですけれども、その保釈の条件の一つとなっていた監視カメラに関してですけれども、検察側の方で逮捕する際にはその監視カメラの方をああいう形で差し押さえをしたというのは、その捜査前あるいは捜査後に行ったということについては、保釈条件の規則に対して何か反することはなかったのでしょうか。
ゴンさん側が保釈条件に反していることはありませんが、検察官がそのカメラを持っていってしまったために 現時点では保釈の条件である出入りする人のカメラ撮影というのができない状態になっています。
There was no breach of the rules for the bail on part of Mr. Gon in regard to having the surveillance camera seized by the prosecutors. Then this will mean that in regard to the necessity of having a surveillance camera as a condition to be able to record who entered and departed the facilities, it is not possible at this point in time to fulfill that requirement.
Okay, Khaldun.
Thank you. Khaldun Azhari, Panoramic News. Don't you think that eliminating the names of the people Mr. Gon mentioned will undermine his defense in this video? And if you compare this with what the persecutors are leaking, they leaked the names of many Arab partners, and their reputation is already tarnished, and they have a bad reputation already, and they cannot defend themselves. So do you think you should tell us the names right now, and that would be really good for him? Did he know that you cut the names, and did he agree to that? Thank you.
ちょうどこちらの方の名前を、あえて編集する削除するということは、かえってその弁護を損なうものにはならないのでしょうか。と言いますのは検察側の方からいろいろな、その名前とかパートナー名などの流出というものをリークするというような状況というものを作り出しているのに対して、そしてそういったような人たちがいかに名前が汚されているか、悪名ということになってしまっているかということを考えた場合には、むしろこの場で名前を公開された方がよろしいのではないかというふうに考えられるわけですけれども、ゴン氏自身はいかがでしょうか。このような編集がなされ、そしてそれに対しては、承知しており、そして合意しているものでしょうか。
まずその検察官あるいは日産が行っているそのリークということはその正しいやり方ではありませんので、それを真似ることはできません。それからこの形でビデオの中でですね、実名を列挙するということはいろんな法律的なリスクが伴います。我々弁護団はゴーンさんと接見をしてよく話をした上で、ゴーンさんも納得してこれの削除に応じました。
First of all, in regard to the method taken by the prosecutors and Nissan of leaking information is not a correct thing to do, and it is not the intention on our part to imitate such methods. Within the video, there were actual names that were cited which may pose legal issues, and so therefore the defense team has talked with Mr. Gon to convince him about this and have obtained the acknowledgement.
Okay, Anthony.
Anthony Rory, freelance here in Augustine. I think you mentioned the possibility of a special appeal to the Supreme Court. What would be the specific ground of that appeal, and when is it likely to be lodged? And beyond the Supreme Court, what is the next forum in which this issue could be raised?
こちらアンソニーと申しますけれども、フリーランスのライターです。ちょうど特別広告の可能性について言及されたわけですけれども、これはどういう根拠で特別広告というものをされようとされているのでしょうか。またいつそれがなされるのであり、そしてもしそれがダメだった場合には次の手としてどういうことが考えられますか。
特別広告を行うのは明日です。で、特別広告を行った理由としてはですね、もともとこの保釈中の人を再逮捕するということが稀であるということに加えて、最高裁では罪証隠滅の恐れというのは抽象的なものではなくて具体的現実的なものでなくてはいけないと、こういう先例があります。我々としてはこれに反するということで、特別広告を決めました。
In regard to the special appeal, the procedure is scheduled to take place tomorrow. And the reason for this is because it has already been mentioned that it is quite rare for an arrest to be made while a person has been released on bail. And so therefore, in regard to the Supreme Court, it is said that the possibility of the destruction of evidence must not be an abstract one, but that possibility must be both concrete and realistic possibility. And so, because of that precedent, we have used this as grounds for making the special appeal to the Supreme Court.
特別抗告が受け入れられなければ、その次には10日目に来る勾留に対して、勾留の申し立てに対して争うということを予定しています。
And in regard to the possibility that if the special appeal is not accepted, then the next milestone will be on when the extension of another 10 days of detention is made, then we intend to dispute such an extension of detainment.
Okay. 金平さん。
TBS の報道特集の金平ですが、先ほどゴーン被告の4度目の再逮捕の際の家宅捜索ですね、そのことについて違法不当な捜査であるということをおっしゃっておられましたですけども、夫人がですね出国をしたという事実があって、その際にですね、駐日フランス大使が空港まで同行したという、つまりこれとても普通に考えると異様なことですよね。つまりこれ下手をすると外交関係にも影響するような駐日大使が、エスコートして守るような形で空港まで行ったというような、それで出国をしたというようなこの状況ですね。で先ほどデュープロセスとかフェアトライアルの話をされていたんで、この一連の状況ですね、これについて今弘中さんがお考えになっていることをお聞きしたいんですが。
Now, my name is Sanyam of TBS, and it was mentioned about the fact that the search and seizure was both illegal and unjust when it was made against Mr. Carlos Ghosn. But it must be mentioned that the French ambassador to Japan had accompanied Mrs. Ghosn to the airport to accompany. And in that regard, for ambassador of a country to accompany a person to an airport in that manner seems to be against the spirit of the due process and fair trial that had been mentioned by Mr. Hironaka, but I would appreciate his comments in that regard.
今回のその逮捕捜索押収には2つの側面の問題があると思っています。一つは法的な問題として理由のない、正当な理由のない逮捕捜索押収だったという点です。これは先ほど申し上げました。
Now, in the current arrest that took place, there are two aspects that need to be considered, and one is the legal issues. That is in regard to the fact that, despite the fact that there is no legitimate reason for the arrest and for the search to take place, it had been carried out.
もう一つはそのやり方が極めて非人権的、非人道的だったということだと思います。
And the other aspect of that was that it was against the spirit of human rights as well as against the method was inhumane.
キャロルさんは容疑者ではありません。逮捕の対象ではありません。それなのに早朝寝てるところパジャマ姿のまま、部屋の中に入ってこられて、トイレに行くのにも自由でないという状態、そして自分のパスポートから携帯電話まで全部取り上げられると、なぜそんなことをされなくてはいけないかの説明もありませんでした。
And it must be mentioned that Ms. Carol Ghosn was not a suspect, but rather she was forced to wake up early in the morning when she had been asleep and was in her pajamas. One was also restricted from taking advantage of the restroom and had her passport and mobile phone taken away without any explanation of the reason why that had to be the case.
外国に、来てですね、その夫が拘束されるだけではなくて、自分のパスポートを取り上げられ、自分のすべての携帯電話を取り上げられるということがどんなにその怖い思いをしたかということは想像していただけると思います。
I hope that you would be able to imagine how frightening it must have been for that person to have come to a foreign country to see her husband who has been in detention and to have her passport and mobile phone deprived from her. Please try to imagine how frightening an experience that must have been.
そこでキャロルさんは自分の身の安全と、それからそういう非人道的な、捜査に対する抗議をフランスに行って、フランスの方にそれを人権侵害を訴えたくて、日本を出ることにしたものです。でその状況を理解した大使が付き添ったものであります。
And because of that concern that Ms. Carol Gong had in regard to her safety, and because of the inhumane investigation that had been made, then it was her intention to protest this to the French government, and to protest the fact that there was an infringement of human rights that was carried out that led her to her decision to leave Japan, and this led to her contacting the ambassador.
Okay, Pio, you want to go? Then I go to Richard after that. Richard, you want to come up and take after Pio?
Pio.
Wait a minute. Pio first, yeah.
Who is first?
Pio, you go
Thank
first.
you. Pio D'Emilia from Italian Sky TG24 television. I know that among us, everybody knows that in Japan, when you are arrested by the police and you are undergoing the first interrogation, you are not allowed to be assisted by a defense attorney. For Japan, this is customary. For us, Europeans, this is unbelievable. As a lawyer, as a criminal lawyer, what would you suggest theoretically to somebody who is arrested by the police? Should he answer questions, or should he just stay silent? Because I understand this is the right of a suspect to be silent and wait until he must be released, and then he is entitled to the assistance of a lawyer. Thank you.
スカイテレビのものですけれども、我々日本にいるみんなにとっては、もう当然理解している点であるわけですけれども、もし逮捕された場合には警察に最初に尋問を受けた場合、その弁護士がそこに同行することは認められていないということであるわけでありますけれども、これは、日本においては一般的なことであるわけですけれども、我々ヨーロッパ人にとっては信じられないことであるわけですけれども、刑事事件の弁護士としてどういう状況が進められるでしょうか。もし警察によって逮捕されたとしますと、その尋問に対してはその回答すべきなのか、それとも黙秘することをお勧めするわけでしょうか。というのは容疑者は黙秘権というのを持っているというふうに聞いているわけですけれども、黙秘権というものを行使して、そして釈放する時期まで待つことを進めることになるんでしょうか。
ケースバイケースだと思いますが、今回のケースについては我々としては黙秘すべきだと考えていますし、黙秘をするようにアドバイスいたしました。
The reply would depend case by case, but in this particular case, it is our belief that one should remain silent, and that is the advice that has been given.
Okay, Richard. Okay.
Thank you. Richard Lloyd Parry of The Times. Mr. Ghosn has made it very clear that he believes he has committed no crimes under Japanese law. But does he have any regret about the way he handled matters at Nissan as a company? Could he have made different decisions and avoided the unfortunate sequence of events?
ゴーン氏の方では、日本の法律に基づく犯罪というものは犯していないというふうに、彼は信じているということですけれども、しかし彼としては日産において、物事の処理の仕方に関しては何らかの後悔というものはあるでしょうか。何らかの異なった意思決定をすることによって場合によってはこういうような残念な事態というものを避けることができたのではないかというふうに、考えておられるでしょうか。
その点についてはあまり私の方で言うことはないんですが、 先ほどビデオの中で彼ははっきり陰謀であると言っているわけですから、そういうふうには考えていないと思います。
In that regard, I do not have too much to comment, but it is a fact that Mr. Gon mentions the word conspiracy in his video, and so therefore, in that sense, I do not believe that he feels that way.
Okay.
I'm Martin Fritz for the German business journal Wirtschaftswoche. Could you specify a little bit the role of Carol Ghosn? She has left the country now, but there were some reports that she was heading this company, Good Faith Investments, where the Oman money was supposed to be channeled to. So if she left the country and refused to be voluntarily asked by the judge, this would indicate that there's some kind of guilt on behalf of her and Ghosn. And why did you allow to leave her? Because she could have been an important witness for your defense if she could prove that there was no money channeled to this company.
ドイツの方のビジネス誌をにいるマーチンと申しますけれども、キャロル・ゴーン夫人の役割についてちょっと伺いたいと思うわけですけれども、報道によりますと、その彼女の会社グッドフェイスインベストメントというところに対しましてオマンルートを経由して、お金の資金の流れがあったということが言われているわけですけれども、なぜ彼女が出国することを認めたのでしょうか。もし、彼女の方で、その任意聴取を避けたとすれば、それが有罪であるという疑いがあるかもしれませんが、そしてキャロル・ゴーン夫人がもし日本に残った場合には重要な証人として利用することも考えられるわけでありますけれども、この点についてはいかがでしょうか。
キャロルさんが日本を出た理由は先ほど申し上げた通りです。キャロルさんは事情を聞かれること、あるいは尋問されることを恐れてはいません。実際、今回日本の裁判所が、刑事訴訟法に基づいて捜査段階でのキャロルさんの証人喚問を認めました。キャロルさんはそれに応ずる予定です。
Now, in regard to Ms. Carol Ghosn's leaving Japan, it was due to the reasons cited previously in regard to unjust treatment, and it was not because of the fears of interrogation that caused her to leave. Rather, for this current case, following the Japanese Code of Criminal Procedure, she has been cited as a witness, and it has been her intention to be willing to stand in court as a witness for this case.
Okay, there's a Japanese gentleman. Go ahead, you first.
Sean McLean from the Wall Street Journal. I was wondering if you could explain something for American readers. You talked about the documents that had been seized having to do with Carlos Ghosn's defense. I think anybody reading that in the U.S. would think that would be grounds for what we would call a mistrial. Is there any penalties for the prosecution in Japan if they were to seize, say, privileged communications between an attorney and his client, or any sort of private documents related to his defense? Would there be any penalties or prevention of that evidence being used in court? What are his protections as a defendant here?
ショーン・マクレイン、ウォール・ストリート・ジャーナルのものですけれども、ちょっとアメリカの読者に対して説明していただきたい点があるわけですけれども、押収された物件に関してですが、アメリカにおきましては、もし容疑者の、そういうような、この裁判に関わる資料というものが、押収された場合には、時としてはこれは誤裁判という決定になることがあるわけでありますけれども、日本においてはいかがでしょうか。もしその弁護士とそれから被告との間での、その秘密内容の資料などといったものに関して検察側の方でもし押収した場合にはそれに対するペナルティというものを課せるというような場合というのはございますでしょうか。 そして何かそういうような状況の中で押収された資料というものは裁判の中では検察側は使うことができないというような制約が課せられるということはあり得るのでしょうか。
今ご裁判と翻訳ありましたけど、無効審理になるということですね。違法にその証拠を取得した場合に無効審理になる場合がアメリカではあるが日本ではどうかと、そういう質問です。
The interpreter stands corrected in the Japanese translation. Translated as false trial, but rather it was the mistrial. The proper Japanese translation for mistrial was cited.
残念ながらその日本ではですね、そういったことの決まりがありません。ただし、今回その押収されたものの中にはですね、我々だけではなくて海外の弁護士、ゴーンさんは海外でもいくつかの訴訟を抱えてますので、海外の弁護士とのやり取りの書類も押収物の中に入っています。したがって我々はその海外の弁護士と共同連名でですね、それに対する抗議ということを現在しました。
Unfortunately, there are no such rules here in Japan that exist to cover those circumstances. But among the evidence that has been seized currently, there has been not only those that involve us, but also there are several lawsuits that Mr. Carlos Ghosn is facing overseas, and there are materials that involve his interaction with overseas lawyers. And so therefore, it has been decided that the attorneys overseas would be joining us in signing a protest here.
Okay, Mr. Hironaka has agreed to stay a little bit longer, so let's try to get as many questions as possible. Okay, go ahead, Hans. Then.
Hans Greimel from Automotive News. Thank you for coming. When you were here before, you mentioned that one of the first rules of being a good defense lawyer is having a good story. And today you told us about the conspiracy, and that seems like a very good story. But I'm wondering, how does this conspiracy theory fit into the defense against the actual charges that he faces? Is this story actually a defense against the legal charges that he faces at the hands of the prosecutors? Or is this more just to rehabilitate his reputation, the conspiracy story?
ハンツ・グライマー、オートモーティブニュースのものですけれども、以前に先生がこちらの方に登場された際には、まず、その良い、弁護のために最初に必要な要素としては良い筋書きというふうにおっしゃったかと思いますけれども、今日の陰謀っていうのは、そういった意味では良い筋書きに当たると考えられるわけでありますけれども、こういうような陰謀という要素というものはその、基礎事実に対して、弁護をするために利用することができるものとして考えておられるでしょうか。それともこれは、彼の、そういった、自分の評判というものを、また再び取り戻すための、良い筋書きというふうに考えられるでしょうか。
我々としてはその刑事弁護ということのためにもですね、一つの視点、筋書きということを提示する必要があると思っています。その中でやはりこの陰謀ということは非常に重要なキーワードだというふうに思っています。でこれは単にその彼の名誉回復ということだけではなくて、刑事弁護における非常に重要なキーポイントだというふうに思っています。
For us, we believe that in criminal defense, it is necessary to have a certain storyline or perspective. And in that sense, we believe that conspiracy is an important keyword here, so that it is not just a matter of restoring his honor, but also is important as an element for criminal trial defense.
Okay, one more. Okay, go ahead.
Régis Arnaud, Le Figaro. Maybe a follow-up on Hans Greimel question a bit. It seems that we are hearing two things at each of your press conference. There is the line that the detention conditions are horrible, and they probably are, but there is also the line that the facts are there. And you never answer about any of the facts, and they never answer about any of the facts. When Mr. Ghosn did a few interviews, I mean, with some foreign media and with the French media just before being arrested, he didn't address any of the charges, and today again, he didn't address it. Aren't you afraid that little by little your case is being weakened? Because on one side you have horrible conditions, but on one side you have facts that are sticking and that are there. Thank you.
フィガロの記者ですけれども、ちょっと2つのことが、今、一連の記者会見を通じて見られるように思うわけでありますけれども、いかに、交流は悲惨なものであるかという点、それから次に、その基礎事実ということであるわけですけれども、カルロス・ゴーン氏は、その保釈後、一連のインタビューを外国メディア、フランスのメディアも含めて受けておられるわけでありますけれども、基礎事実に対しての、言及というものはないわけであり、そのために少しずつ彼の弁護の立場というものが弱体化するという恐れはないでしょうか。
現在まだ捜査が行われているわけですね。捜査の時にはその捜査官の方がずっと強い権力を使えるわけで、ここは被告人とすると我慢して耐え忍ぶしかないと思っています。裁判が始まれば我々の反撃を始めると思います。
Now, currently, the investigation is still underway, and during the case when an investigation is being carried out, it is the investigating prosecutors that have the greater authority to carry out things, so that it's necessary for the defendant side to have to bear the situation and to show forbearance. But it is during the court that it will be possible for us to be on the counterattack.
Okay.
Ian Rousseau, I'm with the French business paper Les Echos. I want to follow up on those questions. Why are you so cautious today? You, Mr. Yonak-Hassan, you're the one who gave us the name last week of the people who had signed a bail agreement, a plea bargain agreement with the prosecutor, Mr. Onuma-san and Mr. Arinada. And Mr. Ghosn himself, in January, during his first public audience, he answered quite precisely about the first Kiso case. So why suddenly don't you feel you can talk about those issues? Do you understand? For the foreign press or the Japanese press, it looks suspicious.
こちらフランスのエコーですけれども、先週におきまして、こちらの方の保釈申請に関して、記者会見されるときには先生の方からは、その司法取引に関わっている人間の名前、大沼俊明、播灘などといったことを10に挙げられていたわけであり、また別の1月の記者会見においても、主要人物の名を出していたわけですけれども、なぜあえてここではそういったような実名というものを伏せるのでしょうか。かえってそれによりまして疑いというものが高まるということが恐れてないんでしょうか。
播灘氏と大沼氏がその司法取引を結んで、検察官に協力しているということは、検察官の方がその書類を出しておりますし、その証拠も出しております。で、したがってそれについて我々は隠す必要もないわけです。ただそのことと、この事件全体について陰謀があって、その陰謀の首謀者が誰かという問題とは別でありまして、それをその現段階で簡単に実名を出すことはいろんな意味で問題があると思って我々はカットしました。
Now, in regard to the names of Mr. Onuma and Mr. Harinada, they were part of the plea bargaining, and in regard to the materials that have been provided by the prosecution side, there has been evidence provided with their names. So for the defense team, there was no necessity for us to hide their names. But now we are talking about the overall case here, and we are talking about major figures involved in the conspiracy, which is a separate matter from that one. And so therefore, it was decided that on our part, we should not likely reveal actual names, and so have therefore decided to not reveal them.
Okay, you've been raising hands, so why don't you take the last question? This is going to be the last question.
それでは次が最後の質問とさせていただきます。
Naomi Tajitsu at Reuters. Have you been given any indication that Carol Ghosn or any other family members of the Ghosn family have been are suspects in this case? And also, do you have any advice for Carol or any of his other family members about returning to Japan? Do you think that they might be at risk of being arrested if they do?
Risk of what? Risk of arrested. ちょっとカロル・ゴーンに関して、あるいはその他のゴーン氏の家族の者が容疑者であるというふうに思えるような状況というものは見られるでしょうか。また、もしキャロル夫人ないしは他のゴーンの家族の方がこちらの日本の方に来られるとした場合には、それでもしそのアドバイスがあればどんなことがありますでしょうか。またそういった逮捕されるリスクというものはありますでしょうか。
検察が家族についてどう考えているか、どういう証拠を持っているかは我々は知りません。ただそのキャロルさんについて言えば、現在証人として呼ばれたということ、あるいはそれに関する我々の知っている事実からして逮捕されることはないという確信のもとに証人として入国することについてアドバイスをいたしました。それ以外の家族については今のところそういう検討とか決断はしていないのでお答えできません。
Now, in regard to the attitude of the prosecution towards family members, we are not aware of what they are thinking about, nor of any evidence they have against family members. In regard to Carol Ghosn, currently we are aware that she has been called upon as a witness, and this is a fact which we are aware of, and have provided advice for her to act as a witness. Other than that, for other family members, there is nothing that I can answer in regard to what we are thinking or what has been decided in that regard.
Okay, so, all right, we're going to have to wrap this.
Carlos Ghosn さんだと思います。はい。3月にまたってないかどうかちょっと私確信ありません。今日4月のこの1週間以内なのか、あるいは
9日ですね。
一部3月のものもあるのかどうか、3月つまり何日間かかったかもよくわからないものですから、作ったというのは最終的なこのボタンを押した日を言ってるのかですね、その一連の制作過程を言ってるのか分かりませんので。
押した日です。撮影をした日です。
撮影日が分かれば。
The copyrights, we believe, belong
微
to
妙ですね。
Mr. Carlos.
逮捕されるより前ですから、3月の終わりか4月の頭という以上に言いようがありません。
ボタンを押した日は逮捕の前日になります。
Yes. The question first was raised in regard to who owns the copyrights to the video, and the defense team has answered that most likely the copyrights belong to Mr. Carlos Ghosn. And
It's
the
not most
question
likely.
was,
It does belong to Carlos Ghosn. Yep. Go ahead.
And the other question was in regard to whether the video had been taken during when it was taken. Whether it was taken during the month of April or during the month of March, it was not clear when it was actually taken. It may possibly have been taken in the month of March, but the button was pressed the day before.
Yeah, that's what Hironaka-san said, but Kosa-san said actually it was the button was pressed, meaning that it was taped on the day before the arrest. Okay, so it was taped on the day before arrest, and Carlos Ghosn do own copyrights of the video, but they are his representatives, right? They are his lawyers, and they have particularly got a permission from Ghosn to represent them to say that the video is cleared. So it is cleared, okay? So they are speaking as their lawyer on behalf of Mr. Ghosn as far as the copyrights are concerned. 著作権についてはゴーンさんに所属しますが、ゴーンさんの、弁護人、この場合刑事弁護人ですが、代理人としてゴーンさんから、許可を取ってこれを公開することを、その弁護士さん方が、承認を受けてますので、弁護士としてゴーンさんの代理の弁護士として今回それは公開ですということになっているので、It's officially public, okay? And on the very last point, the URL, the address that Kosasa-san promised to give it to you, That's the address of the website where you can download the video. There are two versions of the video. One is the one in English, and one is the one with the Japanese subtitle, whichever you like. You can download. And the address will be given to you in the paper, in piece of paper at the front desk. So you can just. She already sent an email to everybody. Okay, so just in case you haven't gotten an email, there's a paper at the front desk, and you can pick up the domain address where you can download the video, both the Japanese subtitle version and the English version. 日本語のそのダウンロードできるサイトのクラウドのアドレスを書いた紙がフロントデスクのところにあります。出がけにそれを拾ってってください。日本語の字幕バージョンとそれから英語のみのバージョンと両方そこにありますので、基本的にそれはもうパブリックです。それから先ほどお話があったように YouTube にも上げられますので、基本的に完全にフルオープンということに。YouTube はまだ決めてない。ちょっとじゃあその固有名詞は別にしてどっかに上げてそれも公開する、ということですので基本的にフルオープンと。I said YouTube, but they are not sure if they want to use the YouTube, but it will be public somewhere. It was made, it will be made public somewhere. Okay, well, thank you very much, and please do remain seated because I want to get them to the elevator first, and please remain seated until they exit, and thank you very much for coming to the press conference. Thank you.
どうもありがとうございました。